Well, hello, this is Gmodism Total Nerdy channel here, and we are back with the promised episode of how to make the weapon combinations, and also basically more of a show off of all the new basic weapon combinations. Yes, do you like my new ship, by the way? I think it's a very cool design. Anyways, to make a quick little refresher here. Now also there is this weird thing with my old two earlier recordings died, so I was a bit yeah, anyways. Here you have the regular latch-on beam, and then we have the cannon, which is, well, whatever. Yeah, I'm going to properly show you the normal cannon, which is a normal cannon. It fires a cannon shot and it's nice and all. That's cool. And then we have the missile, and as you remember, we need these little beauties somewhere. Here we have them, missile capacity modules, to actually have more than one missile in store. On the other hand, you can see they are pretty powerful. And we also have the fantastic little repair system here, which you need to hold in for it to work. Like this. Fantastic. Oh, error occurred on server. Please send in error report. Alright, we'll see if the game crashes soon or not. Anyways, for testing weapons, we have this new fantastic sidekick on the Garry's mod. That's not true. This is Gmodism, but this has nothing to do with Garry's mod. In the old day, my channel was only Garry's mod, thus the name. That's like 2010. But anyways. Our new little sidekick, the sandwich, will be our fantastic weapon testing target. Is that not cool? Also, on my last episode, I got a little bit of criticism for not showing off the recoil good enough. So I will be trying to show off the recoil good enough by making a huge gun. And now when we fire this huge gun, you can see that the whole thing shakes. Also, I think this is a good idea, because in this we can now also see the more huge and cool explosive effect that stuff has. Look, when we fire. Fire! Fire! Here we can see the enormous blasting hole in Earth. Of course, it will be less strong in other materials. It's pretty interesting. It seems like transmission of damage was absolutely zero. Let's fire on this surface. Very interesting. Let's fire again on this surface. Okay, now both surfaces were damaged. That's good. But anyways, you can see when we fire, like the whole ship jerks. We have this big recoil, which is of course calculated from the center of mass of the ship to the cannon. So if we have the cannon very much more on the side, we'll basically make a 360 spin. That seems like a future challenge. Let's do that. But anyways, you can see that the damage on this hull here was kind of pathetic, while not here. Okay, the damage differs a little bit, but when we fire on the bread part, it's much bigger. But when we fire on... That's interesting. It seems that, okay, maybe damage application of this acid damage is not really works every time yet, but it will work. Sometimes one block get disappeared. Oh, well, anyways, you'll get the point. We have acid damage, and that's why we have big booms, and that's super cool. So, excuse å mina vägnar, how to say that in English. Excuse some stuff for not working. That's not my fault, it's because, you know, it's not done yet. We'll remove the Astrotech beam before it crashes something. But let's have a little cool check on all the weapon combinations. And one of the few familiar things are the cannon. Here you can see I have backup systems here, so they're almost 100%, but not really. But if we just hook up this cannon here and little light, we have a machine cannon. So here we can see we can fire a pretty steady stream of cool damaging projectiles in red. It's pretty much what we've seen before. You can also see that if we don't hold in brake, we'll basically accelerate backwards. We're already reached 1 meter per second, which is pretty interesting. And you can see the damage is of course a lot less on the basical, or the basic armor it's been renamed to. But well, you can see that the bread part of our strawberry sandwich is very much more damaged than the strawberry part. So it's not super strong, but it's a good all-round weapon still. And well, there was something I wanted to say, but let's just check the next weapon. This is a new combination. If we take the cannon and hook up a missile system as support, then we get a weird weapon. If we just click and fire, we can get this huge damage hole here. But if we on the other hand just click and fire it on this part, the damage will be, well, that's sad, smaller. I suspect that shot didn't really work very well, but anyways. But the thing with this weapon is not that it's some weird shotgun or anything that it was before. No, you right click and then you charge it, and when it's fully charged you basically just release it when you want to fire it, and boom, and there you can see the acid damage made this. Oh god, that's insane. Wow, I think I have a new favorite weapon. This is the rechargeable gun. You just click and then fire. Bam! I love this gun. This is so epic. Imagine just flying your fighter and you closing into the big ominous evil sandwich, and you just closing in, charge your gun, release and get out of there. Very cool. Love it. Damn. This is amazing. I love this gun. But anyways, you can charge it to like halfway if you don't have time, and it still does some decent damage, except this time because only one block was removed. It seemed that I don't know if it's, you know, my particular dev build installed. Remember folks, this is a dev build and it's not supposed to work properly. But yeah, I think the acid damage seems to work sometimes and sometimes not, which is interesting. Let's go for our last cannon combination. Oh god, it seems that something is... let me just end and restart the recording. Okay, recording is streaming again. So anyways, now for our last cannon combination, we have cannon and beam, which is the old sniper cannon and siege cannon combined. So let's... oh god, that's a pretty cool recoil. We didn't see any damage though. Let's select the output. Okay. It takes ages for it to reload. But anyway, let's also build up an extra little gun. And 3 times 3 is 9, so 27 blocks. Yeah, I can see it here by the way, but if we have 27 blocks, then let's have... we're going to make this gun in the, you know, the same configuration, but much longer. So we'll make it the same size, 27, with a beam support. Oh god, that's the wrong block. With a damaged beam support of 26. Just hook this up. So now we basically have two, set this at output. Now we basically have two guns of the same type, this one and this one. They're equally big, but they have different configurations. So we're just gonna drag this down here. That's wrong. Okay, I don't know which is which. Let's fire this one. Wow. The damage is ominous. And fire this one. Okay, one block disappears. Let's right click and see if that makes more sense. Oh god, lag spike. I think the evil fleet is entering. But anyways, and that's of course the trading guilds, because they're more evil, because they make you lag more than your supposed enemies. Okay, let's fire. Let's actually see which one is firing. Oh god! Here we have a good example of the recoil. I think it's good to be inside a ship when firing nowadays. And now let's fire, and this was of course the long gun. Okay, let's fire the other gun. Wow. Now these guns have different shapes, so their damage model is supposed to be different, or supposed to be different in the future at least. To be honest, I don't see much of a difference. They are about as deep. Maybe this is a little bit deeper, but theoretically this one should be deeper, not this one. But anyways, the shape of the cannon and the outputs surrounding blocks will in the future at least change the weapon damage profile. But anyways, you could see this siege cannon sniper thing basically bored a hole through the entire dirt layer. So this is like a future, I don't know, bunker buster or something. But unfortunately the acid model doesn't seem to apply this time when firing. Let's make a right click and see if that works. Yes. Spared you some loading time, am I not kind? Right, fire. Okay, right click works, that's interesting. And now fire this one. And yeah, okay. So when testing out the weapons, try right clicking if left click doesn't work yet. But you can see the damage is a very deep and evil hole, and this is, you know, several layers of, okay, basic hull, but anyways, it should take some beating. Anyways, let's look more at the damage profiles when that's more implemented, I guess. Now we'll move over to the missile. We will start with, let me just fire a missile just so you can see if you forgot. Old missile. The regular missile hooked up to nothing was the missile hooked up to cannon, which is fast firing, non-guided, super cool thing. Let's now hook it up to a cannon and see what that is. God. And this is now a heat-seeking thing. Let's see if the trading guild will kill us. I don't know if we have extreme amounts of recoil on this one, but there you could see it's heat-seeking. And now the trading guilds will come after us. Interesting. We won't fire that again because this is dangerous. But yeah. Missile hooked up to a cannon is the heat seek. annoying thing. And that makes you wonder, what is a missile hooked up to a missile? Well, let's find out, and I can promise you it's really weird, and I haven't even tried it yet. But it is a bomb. Yes, apparently you need to have a speed, and then you click the bomb, and then you move away, and the bomb... Oh fucking hell, sorry, my god, that is really impressive. Yes, so the bomb, as you can see, has a ridiculous destructive power, and if you fire a bomb in standstill, can you even do that? Can we fire? Okay, we need to reload. I don't know. So you need to be supposed to have a speed before firing a bomb, because the bomb doesn't have speed. You basically drop them, and yeah. So they basically need to be dropped from smaller ships, because it doesn't make sense bombing with a fleet that takes 7 years to accelerate, unless you are bombing stations. I think stations will be outdated with this new update. Yeah, see, here we have an interesting bomb. It basically just lays around there until... Can we drive into our own bomb? We shouldn't. Okay, we can't. Good, because we would have blown up. It looks really creepy, it looks really evil, just like a star. But anyways, what you do is you just gain speed, drop the bomb, move out of the way. Okay, we seem to... Oh, never mind, let me just recharge. But the bomb is crazy. It really does huge amounts of damage, and it's pretty awesome. I believe as well that the bomb also bypasses shields, which would make it really evil. But anyways, fire, and then we can disengage, and kaboom! Wow, impressive. I love the bomb actually. We will have actual bombers. Can you imagine? Gmodism Industries bombers flying the sky. Love it. I wonder, the AI will not be able to use it for a long time, I think, because the AI is fucking retarded. Anyways, let's check the missile beam. And the missile beam is about as fantastic as you would imagine. Unfortunately, the new cool update to the weapon doesn't apply to the hood, so the hood looks old and depressing, but anyways, this is our favorite missile. It's a regular lock-on missile. It's super fast, and it's, you know, we have lock-on, we can fire. It is trying to reach the goal. God, where is it? Okay, I think it... Oh god, no? Yes? Maybe. Anyways, let's fire a new one. And like that. So, I mean, it's pretty nice, especially if you have a good old layer of them, so you just can make them coming, you know? Pretty cool. Actually, they're pretty more destructive than I remember them, but anyways, I love them. I love missiles, they're pretty cool, that's dangerous. Like, I don't know, bombs are super cool, but I mean, when facing other ships, lock-on missiles will be necessary, you know, still. I'm paranoid. I think the game might crash again, so I'll just pause and continue de-recording pretty quickly. Right, now let's move on. That was all the missile combinations. So, let's check what beam have to offer us. Let's hook it up to a red color, even though we know it's red. No, actually, let's not. Okay, so beam connected up to a cannon. What might that be? Well, that's not a latch beam anymore. Now, this is a kind of continuous beam that has some acid damage. We might be able to see this when targeting the sandwich part. So basically, I think this is kind of how beams were in the good old days. You know, I can just click it here and it will continue to just hurt stuff if I drive by, you know, can make a little beam drive by here. And you know, this would also be useful. Okay, beam cannon. The latch can break by turning away, but the beam will try to latch onto the next block. Okay, so it kind of has a latch, but it... Okay, I didn't really understand that text fully, but okay. Short explanations, kind of like old beams. Except I can't damage this block, damn it. Okay, but it's cool. It's like more free beam. You can do as you want. Paint stuff. Yeah. So, slight line. Try to flash on the next block that has a side line. Yeah, okay. So it seems that it means that it will continue damage stuff behind it if it can and stuff. It won't scale, you know. You know, I can do like this, but if we have a, oh god, if we have a regular beam, as I showed before, it basically just goes to the next block, kind of predeterminedly. So it, you know, as they said, it will be used to scale off armor of a target, which is cool and all, but you can't, you know, you can't put it where you want. So that's kind of the cannon support. But anyways, if we have a missile support, what happens then? We will have something called an arc beam. It has shorter range but doesn't break from target turning away. So with our earlier cannon supported beam, the target would, okay, the sandwich, if the sandwich would flip, we wouldn't be able to continue to shoot it. It would break the connection latch thing. I don't know how, but that's how it works. And but if we have an arc beam, it won't be able to break the latch, so we can kill it anyways. All right, and it's useful for focus damage, so let's try. Now that's pretty lame. Okay, let's try right click if left click doesn't work. That's pretty lame. Let's try it once more. Okay, it was good. I explained the latch, the non-latching, or the, how to say, the arc beam that you can't break the latch of before I showed it, because it doesn't work. Anyways, I'm guessing it's going to work in the future, and also the arc would be cool if it was an actual like electrical arc that would just making a cool connection and stuff. Anyways, let's try the last beam, which I'm pretty excited for. Beam, a doom beam, and it is supposed to penetrate the entire length of the beam if it's strong enough and has acid damage. So this is like the Alpha Strike weapon. Okay, let's death ray this. Oh god. Holy shit. Yeah, okay. It seems pretty overpowered, but I mean, that's cool. I don't know, can we paint with this thing? Let's wait for the sweet reload time. Yes. And yes. Okay, can we paint? Oh yes, we can. We can paint. Like, this is like the old beams, but damn it. Yeah, I don't know if I don't know, this seems pretty overpowered, but let's not be boring. I think this is great. Yeah, I guess all weapons are pretty, like missiles are supposed to be strong because you have a finite magazine. But I mean, wow, death beam. Let's see if we can impale this sandwich. Oh yeah, we could, but you know, oh well. So that's cool and all. The death beam is pretty strong for a sandwich. Anyhow, this does conclude a little show, little quick show off of all the new weapon combinations minus effects in the new StarMade update. So I hope you enjoyed this little destruction of this sandwich, and I think the sandwich will be coming back in future episodes. In future little episodes, I mean, keep tuned for that. I guess I'll see you in the next video. We're going to look at mine layers. And I might show the arc beam if it's working when we make if it's been updated rather. Yes. And yeah, the mine layer, we'll look at the mine layer next time, and we might even look at the effects if they are implemented. But anyways, this has been your, I wouldn't say your boy because it sounds so damn silly. I'll just say your honored host, the Gmodism, is officially signing out from the Gmodism Total Nerdy channel. Anyways, see you in the next video. This is Gmodism signing out. Enjoy your building. Bye bye.